Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rico and this is the part where I transitioned into boxing, and I want to talk about the challenge that Mikey Garcia just announced against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, Yuriorkis Gamboa is a Cuban-born Olympic fighter who won gold in the Olympics, while Mikey Garcia is from a fighter family with the Garcias, and he is simply just dominating through the professional ranks and on his way to becoming top 10 pound for pound. So these two are very well-rounded fighters. I think they're two of the best in the sport already. But the difference is Mikey Garcia is on the prowl while Yuriorkis Gamboa is on his couch. And I don't know what Yuriorkis Gamboa's deal is, because I used to be a fan of his when I first saw him fight. I thought, wow, this guy is real. I mean, he's a beast. There would be comparisons of him to Mike Tyson. So I thought, hey, this guy might be the next Manny Pacquiao or something. But lately, it just hasn't been the case. I haven't seen this guy fight in like over a year. His last fight, he didn't manage to knock the guy out, and the guy was like a no-name or something. I don't want to be disrespectful or anything, but at the same time, I just haven't seen Yuriorkis Gamboa fight anyone notable. And that's really what it comes down to when you criticize fighters. It's because they just haven't fought anybody notable. They can't all be like Andre Ward, who has like a very impressive resume, but at the same time you can't talk shit about Andre Ward because he has an impressive resume. While Yuriorkis Gamboa, the only notable name I can pick out of his list is Ponce de Leon. He didn't knock out Ponce de Leon either, but he won in a unanimous decision. Ponce de Leon, of course, is a tough Mexican. He's a tough, stereotypical Mexican who fights with both hands and he just brawls. He has a granite chin of his, so it's really hard to knock out a Mexican like those. On the other hand, Yuriorkis Gamboa, again, he has just many things going against him. He has time going against him. He has the crowd going against him, and he has 50 Cent going against him. I think largely to blame is 50 Cent being his promoter, who hasn't been on top of him, trying to get him the fights that he needs to climb the ranks. While Mikey Garcia, on the other hand, he's been on top of things. He's been going out looking for the top opponents to challenge. And after defeating Rocky Martinez, the last Puerto Rican-born champion to hold the belt, he decided to tell the world that I want to face Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, do I think Yuriorkis Gamboa deserves a chance? No, not really. I think Mikey Garcia has already proved to us that he's better than Yuriorkis Gamboa, even though the two have never fought. And I don't think it's fair to say that you're better than somebody even though you never fought them. So at the same time, I'm digging a ditch for myself. But I don't think that you merit respect for being away from the game for as long as Yuriorkis Gamboa has. I think Yuriorkis Gamboa has to get things straight. Does he want to be a boxer, or does he want to keep his job at McDonald's? It seems like he's doing boxing as a hobby, and he's doing and he has a side job on the other hand, paying his bills. So who knows what's going on with his life? I mean, for me, what I want to see is this fight take place so that I can see an interesting matchup of styles and see what the results are, because both are very offensive based fighters. And what it reminds me of, if the fight were to happen, is Nonil Donaire versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. Nonil Donaire is one of Robert Garcia's fighters, and Rigondeaux is a Cuban-born fighter who also won gold medal. In fact, he won gold medal 2 times at the Olympics. But the difference, though, is that Rigondeaux and Yuriorkis Gamboa, they're very different style fighters. Yuriorkis Gamboa is more of the offensive fighter, while Rigondeaux is more of the counterpuncher. And I think Mikey Garcia, who's also trained by Robert Garcia, and now who also trains Nonil Donaire, they're going to have similar fighting styles. And I think they do have similar fighting styles. They're very offensive based, and they have their knockouts. The two of them are very much forces to be reckoned with. So I don't know what would happen if Mikey Garcia were to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa, but I would make an educated guess and say Mikey Garcia will probably win by split decision, because judges are always stupid. There's always got to be one, if not all, that fucking screw up a decision. Or he could win by knockout, because I've never seen Yuriorkis Gamboa knocked down, but I know he has been knocked down. I heard his chin is suspect. So Mikey Garcia, who's a man with power, can unlock that aspect of Yuriorkis Gamboa's flaws, and maybe we'll see a potential knockout. While Yuriorkis Gamboa has power, he has speed, just like Mikey Garcia, but Yuriorkis Gamboa is known to be a mini Mike Tyson. But on the other hand, Mikey Garcia does have that Mexican chin, and he is pretty much hard to knock out. So I don't know if if Yuriorkis Gamboa wasn't able to knock out Ponce de Leon, I don't think he'll be able to knock out Mikey Garcia. Is what I'm trying to say. In the end, I think the fight should happen. I think it would be spectacular to watch. I would definitely want to see it. Could it be pay-per-view? I don't know. It probably shouldn't be, because Yuriorkis Gamboa is just the type of guy that doesn't deserve all that money for, every now and then fighting a fight and just keeping his level at steady. So I think Mikey Garcia will come out with the win if they were to fight. Yuriorkis Gamboa should respond to his challenge, so he should get off his couch and maybe go for a jog right now, or maybe tomorrow. Who knows when. 50 Cent should forget trying to be a promoter and get back to making his next album, and Mikey Garcia should just keep going straight. Sky's the limit. So thank you guys for tuning in one more time, and appreciate the view. If you guys could do me a favor and just leave a like, and also just comment and talk to me about anything. I'm an open guy. I appreciate everything. So God bless you guys. Good night.